everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, back at you with another exciting episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Month of Madness! Yeah! That's right, it's another episode of the show. We're taking a look at a different deck every day for the month of January. And today, everybody, we have ourselves another structured deck challenge. That's right, 3 copies of an old structure deck turned into a deck. And this was a request by Mr. Harry Hugh, who has once again asked us to take a look at some old cards and see if they can still be made into a proper deck. And today we'll be taking a look at 3 copies of the Invincible Fortress. That's right, an older structure deck that's all about putting monsters in defense mode and flipping them up and do it. It does some stuff. It does some things. And unlike with the Lord of the Storm structure deck challenge, I've decided we're not doing any modern cards at all, okay? This Lord of the Storms needed more modern things to make it work. This one, it works on its own. Whether it'll work out well, time will tell. Time will tell with that one. So, we're going to be going into EDO Pro, showing off this deck, showing you how it works, setting a lot of monsters in defense mode. But however, before we start, I'm going to need a different hat. We need some proper battle protection with this particular deck. I'm going to bust this old boy out here. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for battle. That's right. We're not messing around with today. I've got my samurai helmet on. And we're going to be going into EDO Pro fully prepared for battle. So, as always, deck list, if you, for whatever reason, want it, is down in the description. And let's just get right into EDO Pro and see how it goes. I don't know if we're going to survive this format with this deck, but I'm going to try. Alrighty, on our first opponent. Another day, another card game. And with our strategy, we do want to try to go first. Not because we don't stand a chance going second. I'm just saying I'd like to go first. So our opening hand is pretty nice, actually. We're going to nice and simple start. We're going to T-set. We're going to assert dominance on our opponent. We're going to end our turn. I've got Golem Sentry. He is compulse on legs. He gets flipped face up by himself. Well, I can bounce a card. That's pretty nice. What are we up against? Cloudians, you say? Okay. Cloudians. Okay, it's Cloudians. I'm just going to say Cloudians over and over again. So we're up against a Cloudian deck. That could be good or bad, depending on the version. Cloudians, you know, they got some variants to them. They got some stuff they can do. The thing they can do. So we're going to flip up Golem Sentry. Be like, back to the hand with you, Cloud. The ground is for rocks. The sky is for clouds. So that way we've got that. So let's go ahead, set another Golem Sentry to screw with them. And we'll do some battle. So I should probably explain, like, what is our game plan today? What is the strategy with this deck? What is our win condition with this deck? I'll get back to you on that one. Anyway, so we have done some damage, which is pretty cool. My opponent complains that he cannot beat this. Well, don't say that. You got plenty of life points. You're fine. Golem Sentry, though, he'll be face down again. We need not worry about nothing that targets no face-up monsters. For our monsters stay face down most of the time. So, yeah, that's a lot of what our strategy is about. We're trying to flip our monsters over and over again. And that really goes down to Exod over here. He's kind of like Exodia's, like, cousin that nobody likes to talk about. Basically, you summon him by tributing a Sphinx monster, like Kiaro Sphinx. And he's going to attack my other Golem Sentry. Oh, boy. He'll find out that I have 2 of them things. He'll find out. But yeah, basically what Exod does is that every time I flip an Earth monster, I get to do a burn damage. It's not the most fantastical effect, but I do have Hero Sphinx, who's another nice Sphinxy monster. He makes it so... Oh. He was going to make it so he couldn't attack my face-down monsters. But my opponent said no. I see. So yeah, that's the thing about this deck is that we don't really have any protection from spell traps in this deck. Not a lot. I did consider just running in Mystic Space Typhoon. but we kind of needed the space for other things, I felt. So that's how it's gonna be. I mean, I've still got Golem Sentry. I've got another Golem Sentry. I've got all the Golem Sentries for days. Sometimes that's all you need in life is a Golem Sentry or two. So we'll go ahead and flip this guy face down again. Let's say basically how this is gonna go for a couple of turns anyway, is that my opponent's gonna just keep summoning out Cirrus Stratus and attacking me, because he needs to keep monster on the board, basically. It's kind of how Cloudians were. Oh no, it's Altus. He big chunky boy. That means less damage for my opponent, and I kind of wanted to do that damage. Alright, I see your strategy, sir. I mean, I got double Waboku. That's pretty good, too. If my opponent actually had a monster strong enough to beat over me, Waboku would be very helpful. Be like, no damage, sir. Oh, hey, another Guardian. Another Guardian. Let me think here. I'm just gonna keep setting. That's what my deck is about. I like to set. I like to set me some cards. Can I flip this now? Yes, I can. So let's do that. You know what? Golem will be put in attack mode, but again, I got Waboku, so it's not a big deal. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think we might actually have a chance of winning this duel. I went into today thinking we were not gonna win at all, considering what we have for modern Yu-Gi-Oh, like the Byseals, the Branded, the Runics, the Synchron players. What other crazy deck is there right now? Altergeist is always on my radar, but I think we have a chance at this one. Maybe, possibly. I am got my fingers. I'm gonna cross all my fingers. That's how many fingers we got crossed. All my fingers. We are all crossed here. Alright, so he's got the Cloudian Althus. Yeah, his monster's gonna get that counter. But this is what Waboku is born for, people. I am prepared for any eventuality. Except my opponent putting on at least 2 negates. In that case, we just immediately lose, basically. You know, old deck, mercy. I offer no mercy, young man. Where's my sword? I have a samurai sword around here somewhere. Where's my wooden sword? Back there. I'll get it later. Anyway, for now, though, let's... Ooh, we got Magic Drain. That'll be very useful for later. So, let's flip up the other Golem Sentry, because 3 of them things? 3 of them things. So, flip up, back with you, and then, you know what? Let's just, you know, this is risky because he did have Bottomless Trap Hole. I'm gonna try it anyway. That's right, we have Guardian Sphinx. Arguably, best monster in the deck, because he's mass golems. He's literally worth 5 Golem Sentries. He just flips and returns all my opponent's monsters. How is this deck slow? I don't know. Too fast for you. That's where is your where you got all the swarm stuff? You got like Valhalla. You got all these fairies. You could definitely do that. I'm just saying. So let's flip down Golem Sentry. And we'll flip down Guardian Sphinx. And then next turn, if my opponent doesn't immediately lose, we can do something. So does my opponent just have like all monsters in his hand? I have to ask. Considering he hasn't done anything but normal summon this whole time. I don't know. Okay, so he's gonna set a monster this time. Cool. Cool. Alright, well, there you go. Well, I do have Change of Heart. I should explain the Change of Heart. I only have Change of Heart in this deck to mimic the original effect of Brain Control, which was in the structure deck. I was thinking of just running, you know, the original, the newer Brain Control, I should say. But then I thought to myself, no, that's not going to be useful at all in this format. So we're going to activate Exod, Master of the Guard. And yeah, that's going to do 1,000 burn damage to our opponent. And there you go, folks. I don't know how we won. Okay, we won mostly because my opponent bricked, I feel. I think my opponent really bricked on that one. So kind of a lucky win. But, you know, with this deck, I will take anything we can have. So you get a perfect illustration of what our deck can do. We just set monsters and hope to live long enough to bounce stuff, have some high defense, and then Exod comes in, and I actually got his effect to go off. So that's like 3 wins right there. But we got 2 more duels to go through. Let's go ahead into more duels, and I don't know what's going to happen. Probably going to get my butt kicked by the next guy, but we'll see. So let's go for duel 2. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again. Actually, I think it's the same guy as before, but you know, he typed, he said he has other decks. We'll give it a shot, you know. Like I said, we'll give it a shot. Let's see, what do I have for an opening hand? Ooh, interesting, very interesting. So we're going to set the Medusa Worm. And again, we're going to T-set, and we're going to pass. You might think, Memphis, why not set the Compulse? Answer, because it'll be funnier if we get Ordeal of a Traveler to go off. So, Ordeal of the Traveler is an interesting card. Opponent attacks me. They pick a random card in my hand. Guess what it is? If they're right, their attack goes through. If they're wrong, then their monster gets bounced. And that's what we're hoping for here. That's what we're hoping for. We'll see how it goes. We're up against Batterymen, a somewhat more competent deck for sure than Cloudians, that's for sure. So, end of the main... We're going to make our opponent think this one through. We're going to play Ordeal of the Traveler. And that's going to make him think. Okay, so he's going to attack anyway. But it's fine. I've got strategies. So now Ordeal goes off. What will my opponent pick? Ah, he got me good. He got me good. He got the attack through. So long, Medusa Worm. You gave it a shot, buddy. Here's my boy. He gone, but, you know, he tried. He tried. Good old Medusa Worm. He's my blower-upper card, Medusa Worm. He gets flip. He destroys stuff. He's not as good as the Golem, but he does stuff. Alright, well, we don't have any monsters at the moment to summon, so we're just going to set our second Compulse. We'll see how that goes. I mean, again, I'm seeing my opponent's trying really hard with some old-school sorts of decks, and I'm okay with this. Okay, the Great Spirit. Okay, I can go with some Great Spirit action. He's basically just shield and sword on legs. Well, that's what we're going to give it a shot. A shot in the arm, a shot in the butt. What is this? Oh, no! It's Microcell. That's like... That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, because he gets Batterymen Solar. And then that lets him ditch a monster. And then if he summons another monster, he gets a token. Alright, well, this is the part where things might go a little dicey. I'm really glad I have another Compulse. Batteryman combo. Let's go! Why did you send Industrial Strength? Did you revive this or something? Let's see. Oh, Batteryman Solar's going off. Okay. So he's gonna get that token. And he can still summon back. Oh man, he's going off this time. Okay, so this is more what I was expecting was gonna happen with this deck today. Is that my opponent was gonna do this. Okay. I mean, that's certainly annoying, but I don't yet read Batteryman OTK here. So this has to be destroyed. Okay, so Batteryman Charger goes off. He'll get another Batteryman. Is he going to go for another fuel cell to try and bounce more cards, or is he going to go for something else? Like another D? I'm reading another D, honestly. I'm going to move my camera real quick. I just noticed a little off. There you go. Popping off. Popping off these nuts, man. Alright, well, you know what? This is still going to be a very tricky duel, but I kind of feel better that my opponent's getting a chance to duel. Last time, he did nothing. He really didn't. But this time he gets to pop off, and we'll let him have his feel-good moment right before we steal his stuff and tribute it off and start beating over it. So, what is this? Okay, 3,000. That's a big monster. It's kind of good that Charger doesn't charge up the other monsters. Blue Eyes. Okay, so Batteryman Charger's attacking. I'm going to go for Ordeal of the Traveler. Come on, say monster. Aha! Back to the hand with ye, sir. Yes, he knows I have a monster. He knows I have a trap, but he doesn't know how many of each I have. He's probably just going to say monster every time, though, because it's like, he knows I have 2 of them things. It's a 50-50 shot. Actually, I think that's wrong entirely on the math, but I'm going to pretend like it's right. I'm going to pretend. All right. Actually, do I even want to bounce this? Probably not, but whatever. Give it a shot. All right. I mean, if I got Ordeal, I'm going to keep activating the darn thing. Alrighty. So this will get destroyed in the end phase. So, yeah, barring whatever that is, it could be many things. We shall see what we shall see. Oh, okay, that guy. Per opponent's turn, discard a card. Okay, so what we're going to do here, because while I like it that my opponent's getting to do stuff, I don't want them to, like, win. I kind of want to still win as much as I can. So I'm going to bounce the Summoner Man. No nudists allowed. Alrighty. So, that all aside, let's go Brain Control, in quotations. I'm going to steal this Batteryman. And I'm going to summon out Hero Sphinx. We're 1/2 the way to our boss monster, although Hero Sphinx, he's like our 3rd tier boss. It goes Guardian Sphinx. Actually, I'm going to rescind that. This is our 2nd best monster. It goes Guardian Sphinx, Hero Sphinx, and then Exod. Those are our best monsters. So, we're pretty set, although now Ordeal doesn't do much of anything. Not really. Because now, he knows we have a monster. Now it really is a 50-50 chance with the Ordeal. That's the issue with Ordeal. It's just like, the longer it's out, the more your opponent knows what's in your hand. So unless you're constantly getting different cards in your deck, or in your hand, I should say, it just gets harder. How does this work? Remove and play a Thunder monster, destroy a monster and a spell or trap card. And how many Batterymen are in the grave? Even if I bounce that, it doesn't matter, because he can just summon it again. Okay. I mean, that stinks, because I think that's gonna be the closer. You know, Industrial Strength is kind of the closer of this deck. Alrighty. Thunderous Seahorse, you say? Sounds good to me. Alright. Well, we'll compulse this anyway, just because. I don't really have a reason not to. Although I suppose if I had run into Hammer Shot, that would have helped, but it don't matter. So, we'll take our hit from the Seahorse. And we'll see where this goes. Alright, a big rat. I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing we can summon. And if he goes for Industrial Strength, well, no, he's got Batteryman Charger. That's right, he still has Charger. I bounced that thing. Alright, well, I think, honestly, yeah, this might be the final turn. Or if not, my next turn will be the final turn. Because he's going to go for Charge Man. And then Charge Man be like, summon out more batteries. And a little charge for them batteries, man. Alright, so who's he going to summon? Another D? No, Solar. Okay, so he wants a token. I don't know what the tokens were. What was the original point of there being tokens for Batterymen anyway? It really never make that much sense. Except for, like, maybe tribute fodder. But it still doesn't make much sense considering all the material, all the stuff you have to do to give yourself tokens. In terms of Batterymen, I don't get what the point of that was. But that aside, you know, I do have a giant rat. And thank the Lord, whoever made this structure deck thought to themselves, give these boys a thing. Okay, Short Circuit. Gotcha. That's the point of it. I wish that was Sandmoth. That would have been hilarious. Because if Sandmoth blown up face down, he actually comes back. And he goes into, he switches his stats around, so it's pretty cool. So we'll take a loss to Batterymen. We give our opponent some of their confidence back. So that's a win for me. So I'm going to go ahead for one more duel. Hopefully find a different opponent. So, you know, we've got this guy his thing. So let's go for one more duel. And we'll call it a day. Alrighty, folks. Our 3rd and final opponent. Last chance for romance. And honestly, I can't complain that much. With a deck like this, you can't really complain. Life gives you what you get. We're also going 2nd, which is not good, because like I said, going 1st is what we like to do. But this opening hand's not terrible. I mean, I've got the Swords of Revealing Light, so 3 turns of no attacks. Sounds pretty good. And he set a monster, too. So, funnily enough, we'll actually get to know what that is right off the bat. What is it? Arcana Force Zero Defu, you say? Interesting. So this is one of those Arcana Force decks, I guess. Okay, that works for me. You know, Arcana Force, I'm actually surprised has been coming back just a smidge. Not a lot, but because of that new, what's the card called? The Morgante, Time-Rending Morgante or something. That spell that lets you, like, draw 2 cards. It helps a lot. Oh, aren't you a stinky beaver? Did you just put me in attack mode? This card can be changed to defense mode. Gotcha. Well, that's gonna make things hard, and this helmet's starting to get a little heavy. Heavy is a word. Look, I love this helmet. I made it myself out of cardboard. It's a very nice helmet. But I did the sizing just a smidge too small. That in my head is huge. So, we've got this Arcana Force. That's cool. Arcana Force, the booty call. Alright. Actually got heads. Wow. That is rather impressive. It is somewhat impressive indeed. Alright. Well. Let me think about it. So I can't put this in defense mode ever. Gotcha. And he could just bounce it back, I guess, because this doesn't do anything. It only does stuff when he summons it. So he's got the Golem Sentry. He has 2 tributes. And he gets back his Arcana Force Zero Defu. Dang it. My cards were so good, he just had to have them, huh? That's just how it go. So, I'm trying to think what does their boss monster do again? I know it's like Arcana Force EX, the Light and Dark Rulers. I know those are the bosses of Arcana Force. But the life of me, I cannot remember what they do. I just cannot. I think one can nuke the field under certain situations, but I don't remember. I just don't. So, I don't know. We're waiting. My opponent's thinking. He's doing some thinking and some thanking, that's for certain. That creature swap. I wish I had creature swap. I don't think I had the option of creature swap. If I did, I would have probably run the darn thing. Alright, but the Golem Sentry, dang, he's just got all my power right there. All of my power in the palm of his hand. Alright, but okay, we can borrow a leaf out of the book of the Cloudian guy. We'll just have Giant Rat attack into this and keep it face up till I can summon something bigger than Golem Sentry. That'll work. That'll work just fine. And, okay, so that's Zero Defu again, I presume. Alright, well. I mean, I can't really complain today. You know, I've been getting all these low-tier opponents. Partly because when I started the room, I was like, please don't beat me up too hard. That was kind of what I had to do. Actually, let's do nothing. I drew Compulse, so I can compulse myself. Or if he actually summons his boss monster, I can pulse that as well. I think. Maybe. Again, I don't remember what the Arcana... I think they have to have a coin flip. So I can interrupt that. Yeah. So this will work. This ought to work just fine. Depending again on what this... Because I presume this is Zero Defu. I already know what this is. This already has its 2 tribute effects. So yeah, I'll summon out that thing. To which I'll be like, go away. You have no power until you flip a coin. No light or dark ruler for it. So what does this one do? Let's see. Change the defense mode. Battle position cannot be changed. I was reading that. Okay, so the head effect is where it attacks multiple times. And the tails effect is the field nuke. Okay, I knew it had something like that. Alright, come forth, giant rat! You are a rat and you are giant, and you shall strike the foe with your skull. I guess that's how giant... Would giant rat attack with his teeth? Or would he just take the skull in his hand? I presume he would bite you first, but you never know. Maybe he'll just beat you over the head with a skull. Which is a bit ironic. Beating your skull with a skull. Kind of like beating your leg with a leg. Something like that. So, alright, giant rat again. Whatever. Just gonna... Is that just Arcana Force 0 to Fu again? It is. Alright, and he's in attack mode. So I presume... Okay, Tails. Negate your opponent's card effects that target this card. Ah, I see. So do you have another creature swap, I presume? He does. Okay. I can live with this. I can live with it. Can you? I don't think you can, sir. So, like, yeah, he'll steal my rat. I mean, my big old rat. He's a bit of a rat, you might say. But I have Ordeal of the Traveler. Does he have the bones to attack into me? I am rather doubtful. My opponent's being a sneakster. I don't see him willy-nilly attacking into me because he has that. Okay. That's fine. All part of the strategy. See, so what are we going to get? Heads again. Getting some good luck with those. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, got tails. As long as this thing's on the field, add the top card of my grave to my hand. Ah. During my draw phase, even. So that's really good. All right. I'm good with this. All right. So now that he's attacked, let's go for Ordeal of the Traveler. Come on, baby. I want my giant rat back. Rat back, rat back, rat back, rat back, rat back, rat back, rat back. Come on, baby. Rat back. Okay. No rat back yet. They always pick monster. I guess it's just like a probability thing, but still. I would have liked my rat. Okay, it's fine. It's still Golem Sentry. At least Golem Sentry never fails me. He never fails me, ever. See, because now I've got the spell. And now I'm going to... Oh, wait. Now he's just going to bounce that back, and now I don't get my swords pad. It's okay, though. It's okay. You know, I don't need the swords back. Who says I do? All right. Now it's time to break some kneecaps. Let's go for Golem Sentry. And go for Shield and Sword. Flip them stats. Look how powerful the fool is now. Alright, so let's attack into the giant rat. That'll beat over that dude. Yep, there you go. And then I will get another monster. And what if I... You know, let's get Cryo Sphinx. Why not? This guy's interesting. Basically, when I bounce an opponent's card... Cryo Sphinx says my opponent has to ditch a card from their hand to the grave. So it really works in contend with the Golem Sentry. I attack with your own Zero the Fool. Taste the burn. Yeah, with Cryo Sphinx works with Golem, with the Ordeal, all that stuff. So it really works out. Alright, let's flip our Golem Sentry face down again. And, he knows I have a spell. Let's activate the Shifting Shadow spell. This is a really nice card when I actually have multiple face-down monsters. It shuffles them all about. In fact, I think it's the only card that does that. So, now what can my opponents do? Not a lot. Because I've got Cryo Sphinx, I have another giant rat. So I'm going to summon that. He has no idea what's in my hand. For all he knows, it could be anything. I don't trust you. You might have Mirror Force. I don't trust anybody who be playing Creature Swap to not be playing Mirror Force too. Well? You got something for me? Oh, it's Temperance. Okay, I kind of forgot that Temperance was a thing. Did you guys know that Arcana Force have their own version of Karibo? But, like, worse? Well, they do. It's crazy, right? Alright, well, that's fine. He survives for another turn. The nice thing is, I know what he has in his hand. He has the Arcana Force Salvado. Pretty beefy monster if he can get it to work, but he did not get it to work. Because I was just too prepared. Ordeal of the Traveler. Too strong. I didn't think I'd ever see that, but it helped. I mean, I stopped the world. This card literally stops the whole dang world. What say you to that, Red Eyes Dragoon? Did you ever stop the world? I don't think so. Just made everybody feel disgusted. That's all that guy ever did. So what can my opponent, what can he have left? If this is Arcana farce, I mean, he's got the world, but he can't do nothing with it unless he had like back to the front or something. Although if he had back to the front, he would have done that already. I would presume. Ooh, baby. Fine, I've been looking for Hero Sphinx this whole time. I'm so sick of this Arcana 4-0 the Fool on my hand. Alright. Now Hero Sphinx goes off, and my opponent gets to pick, obviously. But it's still better than nothing, so goodbye the Fool. Goodbye the Fool, goodbye the Fool. I'm flipping this face down because I still don't trust this set card. And we will go into the battle phase. Alrighty, I think that means we win. Do we win? I think we win. Okay. Oh, I could reduce his life points to 50 and then end my turn and be a dick about it. Oh, that'd be such a dick move, though. Okay, you know what? I'm a total dick today. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. We'll give my opponent one shot. He's got 50 life points. Let him try to have his anime come back, okay? Just in case. This is the part where he activates Regeki, by the way. Regek me. Go ahead. I am so very curious as to what this set card is, but sadly we'll never find out, for my opponent surrenders. All right. Well, we had ourselves an alarmingly good day today. I do not know how we won it all with this deck, much less twice. I was not expecting that. It must be the hat. The hat must have done it. The hat earned us victory today. I should wear this hat more often. But you know what? That's good. That was good. So let's go ahead for the end screen. We will talk a little bit more about this deck and what's coming up tomorrow. Alrighty, everybody, the Invincible Fortress Structure Deck Challenge. Admittedly, we were up against a lot of lower tier decks, but we got 2 wins with this. I don't know how, but we did. But you get an idea of exactly how this deck worked. We're just about setting defense. We're bouncing stuff with our golems and our compulses and things. And Exod comes in and clutch every once in a while. He does his thing. I didn't even need Mega Rock Dragon. Why did I need this guy for? He was a backup plan and that was it, but he was there. But we're going to do like a lot of the things in this deck, surprisingly enough. Considering we don't focus on the extra deck at all because we have none. So, like, what did we not do? We really didn't do, Hammer Shot didn't do anything, Medusa didn't get to do anything. Stone Statue didn't do anything, but that's fine. So, I'm happy this somehow worked out. I'm starting to think maybe I should have given Lord of the Storms more credit, maybe. I mean, that deck had its issues with, like, conflicting strategy and all that, but maybe I should have given it more of a shot. To do that next time I get a structure deck challenge. Anyway, hope everybody enjoyed seeing some old school, old dirt style Yu-Gi-Oh! And seeing a deck trying to do stuff with very minimal stuff to it. And thank you for watching, of course. Like button is appreciated if you enjoyed this video. Lets me know that you enjoyed. Not a lot of people hit like on the burger video yesterday. Was a little disappointed in that, but that must be my fault, I'm sure. But, you know, thank you for watching. Tomorrow we're going to be taking a look at something I'm still working on. We're going to be trying to make runics, but more fun runics. More enjoyable runics, let's call it. We're going to see how that one goes. But for now, your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more madness as we continue the month of madness with day 18 with Iron Runes. I'll see you guys again next time. Your boy Memphis signing out. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Y'all have a good one.